Uh, I have not made a tier list since the end of Nationals. So basically the end of 2020. Since then, we've had 2 more characters drop, 2 small patches. So small character changes and also small assist changes. And also, I wanted to do this before Stripe came out because my thoughts on characters have changed a bit since then. And on top of that too, I also want to compare my thoughts with other people because some other people have made tier lists recently. So the first thing I would probably do is do my placements. So I mean, I literally put my tiers. So I probably am feeling like this right now on some real shit. I'm probably feeling like this, and then something like this. Maybe ordered, almost definitely not. I'll say that. Yeah, that's the more important thing. Not ordered, rather grouped. They'll be grouped within the tiers. I probably have to do like a little editing to like show the groups or something. So let me explain myself. Let me let you know how I feel, okay? So where do we? Oh, I mean, we could do this for the memes, by the way. We could do this for a little Twitter call out and get someone mad, make someone mad somewhere. Some edgelord. I am the divine, perfection, wonderful, beautiful, blah blah blah. I'm all these things, but no one plays me. Oh no, Zamasu. This one's for my boy Kami. This one's for my boy. This one's for my homie. Okay, let's go from top to bottom, eh? Or do we go from bottom to top because it's cooler? Let's go from bottom to top, actually. Let's go from bottom to top. Point number 1, I'm automatically going to make someone mad when I say this. The tiers are ranked for a reason, okay? The lowest tier is A tier. There's no character that is truly bad in this game. I know we meme about Zamasu being super bad, but he's actually not that bad. He's not that bad. Let's keep it a buck. He's not that bad. You can play him and do the shit that he's good at, right? Actually, all these characters at the bottom, and of course, it's a team game as well. So, you know, you can support any character and build a good shell with the character. Blah blah blah, right? And we will start with Zamasu because we're memeing. That is a great point. It's one I repeat a lot, but it's one that people, for some reason, I think like people who are like competitive in fighting games get it for a long time, or at least for a while. But if you've only played Dragon Ball / you're a new fighting game player, you don't understand very well. The game's lowest. Oh, sorry. The issue. I mean, one, of course, all the characters in this game have flaws, but the main issue with the characters on A tier is not that they're bad, it's that the better characters are just better. So we'll start with Zamasu. So Zamasu, again, his best thing is always that he does a ton of damage. I've been educated over time that they have nerfed his auto combo grab starter to light starter. It's not a medium anymore, but his cash out is still really high. His mix up opportunity is good. It's really common to see people play him with like you know, like Kid Buu and stuff. Like there's a player, I forget his name, I feel really bad. I think it's Cax, who occasionally comes to the rings. He plays like Zamasu, Kid Buu, and like he mixes. He does what he has to do. I also think another thing that people don't talk about that much is Zamasu's stalling ability. While it's Dragon Ball, you might be like lol stalling. Like he actually does have legitimately good stall ability. His main issues come from things like for example, certain buttons, like, you know, the true meme is the 5S, right? How it's 5S with crouchers, how like he has moves, like he has stuff that's important for a Dragon Ball. Like he has a lariat, for example, but like it doesn't really go that far. It doesn't go that fast compared to other characters. You have to be like pretty close. He has to take risks that other characters can't take. He doesn't have a J2H. Yeah, it's all issues like that. His assists are also, especially A assist, is like really good. His other assists are kind of bleh. And while he's easy to put on a team, like I said before, a recurring theme for the characters in the A tier especially is that all these characters, you could literally just pick another character and they do the same thing, but better. like Ssj Goku. So how the mighty have fallen. So he went from every fucking team, basically every team had him, and now no one plays him, which is pain. The change they made to him was not enough. His 2M still too slow, doesn't have good frame data. He does have the best type of assist, beam, and also his B assist is really good too. But for example, like Vegito has the same B assist. There are many characters with hit the Kamehameha assist now between like the various like Trunks Masenko B or like Adult Gohan Masenko on C, Gotenk C. There's a ton of beam likes now. Like there's so many beams you can pick from that aren't him. And honestly, like mildly hot take, untouched Ssj Goku is probably just S tier and not even S plus, probably. Despite like his solid neutral overall, because his neutral is still pretty solid. You know, my dude's out here, but he had his time. He was top tier for like more than a year, so he had his time. And not only did he have his time, there are like 5 other Gokus, so, and then 2 of them are top tier, so it's fine. He literally just has to power up, except base Goku's top tier, but let's not go into that. Goku Black. So this is I love memeing on his character. I fucking hate edgelord characters. He is very mobile. That's his best aspect. He's very, very mobile. He also has good assists. His main issues, it comes from, again, it's gonna be really repetitive, but other characters do what he does better, and he is like a lost character also. So in the case of like Ssj Goku and Zamasu, you can pick other characters that do similar things to them, but Goku Black, it also feels to me that like it's really hard to put him on a team because he has stuff for support, but they're better supports, but he has stuff for playing point, but they're better points. So it's like, what the fuck do you do with him? Also, his DHE option is trash, and they should fucking fix that. That shit is really bad. That's not the ball, and people have been asking for that forever, and they just don't give it to him. It would actually be really easy to make him good. I would feel like he'd be really degen if he was like top tier, if they changed a couple things about him. But like, there's a couple things they could fix about him to just make him like S or S plus, and he would be like in a pretty good spot. It'd be like that. Frieza, just pain. Especially since Broly's in the game. Things aren't like, he has issues with like his 2H. He's got the worst 4 frame by far. His neutral is good though, especially with support. I won't say it's not good, but in a meta where like so many people are just casually playing Broly, there's so many anti-ki blast, anti-projectile stuff in the game compared to early on in the game. Like he really struggles. His mix is actually pretty good, by the way. And he has like pretty good frame data. Like especially like I like his 2M, especially his 2M is pretty strong. They nerfed his assists, like the A assist nerf was pain. I mean, that was a long time ago, but you know, it's just like that still. And his other assists are like memes to me, so it's like he's kind of struggling. But against like teams that are like rush down oriented, like let's say like DP, block stun and stuff, Frieza could be pretty annoying. Like it's hard to get in on him still. His main issue for sure, as far as like matchup, is that a lot of people are playing like double beam still, or like DP beam or stuff like that, and a lot of people play Broly as well, so it's kind of rough. 16, How the Mighty Have Fallen, my old friend Android 16, still out here. They give him some interesting changes. I do like his offense. He's a pretty scary character on offense. It's actually sad that like the literal fusion, like the Yu-Gi-Oh fusion of Frieza and Android 16 is fucking Broly. That's it. Like that's it. That's the sentence. Pain for him. His frame data is actually pretty rough as well. Like that's always been a weakness of his, but since he's a grappler, he can dice roll you pretty well, so it's all good. And then Napa, the only character I don't want to see get any buffs ever, because if he's top tier, it turns into a mega degen game. If you don't like Ghost, you actually will not like Napa, but his main weakness forever is his neutral is fucking really whack. And the longer the game has gone on, the more like low commit neutral tools are available in the game. You know what I mean? So really early on, if you were not ready for him, he has actually one of the things I really dislike in fighting games, where he has a thing that acts independently of him, but when you hit him, it doesn't go away. The Cyberman, right? Which is supposed to help him in neutral, but But at this point, again, a lot of people are playing double beam, DP beam. They're playing like strong points like Kid Buu, base Vegeta. Like Vegito's popular in France. Like you can't. It's tough to play like anyone. like Napa versus a lot of characters is rough because he has to fight you. Like he can't rely on the Cyberman as much as he could when the game dropped. So that is the A tier. So then we go to the S tier. So a reminder about S tier, it's fucking S tier. So don't be like, why did you put Bardock in low tier? It's fucking S tier. Like, these characters are good. Again, I'm gonna keep repeating. Right now, the balance of this game is in a really good spot. It's literally the most balanced fighting game I've ever played. In fighting games ever that I've played. Is it the best fighting game I ever played? Maybe not. But is it the most balanced? Probably. So, Cooler. He has a couple of major issues. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say no mix straight up like that. But, like, it's not easy for him to hit you. He has a DP assist, and DP assists are strong, but you can low profile it, and you can low profile his actual DP. His neutral is incredibly strong, though. His neutral is incredibly strong, huge normals, good corner carry. He makes his own plus frames, really good frame traps. One of the rare characters in the game that can take advantage of pushback and pressure you from pretty far, which I actually value quite a bit, and it's not common in the game. Overall, he's a pretty good character. As far as DP characters that you want, though, there are definitely better options than him. And the biggest pain probably for all the Cooler hopefuls is when Kaiden switched to fucking UI. I don't know if he's playing Cooler right now or not, but I know during Nationals when he switched to UI, people were like, oh man, rip Cooler, right? Yamcha is another How the Mighty Have Fallen type. So Wolfang Fist has... First we gotta talk about like him. So... and if you talk about him, you gotta talk about Wolfang Fist for everything. Okay, so first assist. So at one point, many people thought that was one of the best assists in the game. I was like, this is a very good assist, but it's not the best assist for these reasons. I think if I talked about Wolfang Fist and I said the same thing as I did in Season 2, I think a lot more people would agree in that it's incredibly fast, it's really good, it's mad plus, gives you mix. But the issue is that Dragon Ball FighterZ is a flying game, not a footsie game. So people are always in the air, and it's actually pretty hard to get people to like sit and take the assist in neutral. Like you have to, like in the spots where you get to use it, it's incredibly strong. But again, like the consistency of beams going full screen, DPs being able to catch people in certain spots, things like that, is generally more reliable. Generally, emphasis on generally more reliable than Wolfang Fist is now. He does have a beam assist though, so that's fine if you want that. Now, people thought Yamcha assist was better than Ssj Vegeta at one point. True. Reminder, by the way, you can go back in time and look at my takes on assists, like things about Vegito, how good Vegito's assist is, how good Yamcha's assist is, how good Ssj Vegeta assist is, how good Cell assist. There's a lot of assists that people consider to be really good right now that I was saying was fucking stupid in Season 2, and people were like, no, okay, you fucking, no, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. Anyway. Not trying to be petty. It's a key blast, okay? Me. Piccolo says it's a key blast. Piccolo says it's a key blast. Me. So, I mean, the devs listened to you guys, and now we got these, so... Anyway, so there's not just that for Wolfang Fist, but then there's the actual move. So I want to say it's in Season 2 it got the first change where cross-up Wolfang Fist was slower, but they made a really important change that pissed off a lot of Yamcha players, which is when Wolfang Fist whiffs, it has war recovery, which really affects him solo. Because one of the things about him is that he was one of the anchor he is one of the anchor characters. He is one of the anchor characters in the game, right? So he's one of the characters that, like, you know, that's like one of your last plan. Like that's like your last stand. And especially in Season 3 with the addition of Limit Break, it made him very strong at the beginning of Season 3. But not being able to whiff Wolfang Fist liberally is a pretty big deal for him. It makes it like much more risky for him to do that. On top of that too, again, like a lot of common last character picks are kind of hard for him to play. The way his solo keyblast, his 5S and 2S work in neutral is really polarizing. Some characters can't fight it at all. Like Ginyu, for example, is so bad against it, right? Other characters never have to think about it at all. So like Broly, 21, Base Goku, Base Vegeta, There's a bunch of characters who don't think about this shit ever. And even you can even go down, like Beerus doesn't give a fuck, for example, or like Jiren doesn't really care. Majin Buu doesn't really care. Some characters care, some characters don't. So between things like that and then them nerfing like one of his big like oh shit like respect this type of things, pain. The other big thing too is that it doesn't jail into vanish anymore, so it's harder for him to make much harder for him to make his own plus frames compared to before. So all these considered, while he's still a really strong character, he's just not where he used to be. Videl got some nice buffs over time. Does a ton of damage, has a really good like anti-ki blast game, and has some pretty creative ways of getting in. Really good mix as well. Still, the eternal thing holding her down more than anything else is the reflect, the defense. So that one is a tough one too. Like a lot of people are like, give her one, but then she's just UI. Honestly, that might be a really weird sentence, but she has a counter. She has got level 3. She's got a DP. And then you're gonna give her the fucking reflect too. So you're just gonna make her into fucking UI if you give her reflect, right? Her dice roll or her ability to dice roll on defense is not bad by any means. So I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they just don't give it to her. You know, they're like she has all these fucking people complain about it on other characters, but they don't complain about it on Videl because no one plays her. It'd be like that. Is there anything else about Videl that's notable? I guess talk about damage, talk about neutral, talk about her defense. Yeah, I guess those are the main things. Those are the main things. If they gave her a reflect, they would either take away or greatly nerf. So for example, if they took away her reflect, they would make the DP a 4-frame, and then everyone would explode. They would be super angry about it. The Gogeta of Wisdom. He's gotten small buffs over time. Small buffs over time. I think it's a pretty decent spot. He still has the major weakness of he can't whiff shit. But they like doubled down on it. They're like, we still want his weakness to be he can't whiff. But to make up for it, we're gonna give him things that make him fly across the screen to make up for it. So I think it's fine. He's in a pretty good spot. The 2M's amazing. The Rekka is pretty good. If you commit to the beams and stuff, those are strong. He's got special block stun, which is nice. I'm trying to think of other stuff that he has that's good. He's got special block stun that's nice. He can feint his beam, which is kind of nice. He's got interesting tricks. He's got the multi-hitting jump M. He does have a DP. His assists are pretty good. Overall. I think he's basically in the best spot he's ever been as he is right now. Special block stun, yes, he has his ki blasts are beams, and beams have higher block stun than normal moves. Generally, all the frame data in this game is really universal. Like block stun and stuff is really universal, and he has stuff that has more block stun. So I showed in the pretty recent video where and if you play him like hard body, you already know this, but he can jail like his 5S into super dash, for example, because his 5S is his Kamehameha 5S is a button and not a special move. Right? Okay, we continue. The enemy himself. So in a good spot. He can stay there. He can rest. He can rest those legs. He's been kicking us for 2 years. I think he could take a break. Fuck this character. On some real shit. Still out here. Still hyper mobile. Still really good pressure. And, people do use good strategies to maximize him. Basically try to get him into level 1 as fast as possible. He's got the new left-to-right mid-screen off mid-screen level 3. And he still's got the really big medium buttons, even though they say his neutrals are bad, he's got huge medium buttons. He's got really good mix-ups. He's in a good spot. They just normalized him. Once upon a time, he was a demon. Now he's just a human. It's fine. He's fine where he is. Then we have Hit. Hit is a really good anti-meta character. So, for example, Super Dash assist call is not as prevalent as it was before, but he's really good against that. You can't really Super Dash against him ever. He's got lariats, his buttons, that shit is good. His pressure, so probably his main weakness is his pressure. So if you train against him, you can defend him pretty reliably. That's probably his biggest weakness, but fortunately for Hit players, he's not that common. so like you can still get hits and stuff. He's got pretty good cash outs. He's got one of the remaining, maybe tied for the best defensive assist. That's probably like his really standout shining thing, is that his A assist is basically the remaining, maybe the best, maybe better than Roshi's, maybe invincible assist. Yeah. So then we go to Trunks. Trunks, a character that I always want to play. Trunks has a sword. He's cool. He can shmove. He is so close to being S+ actually, because he has so much good shit. He has so much good shit actually. The things that will eternally keep him down is not being able to hit confirm CTF and not being able to confirm 5S unless they're backs to the wall. It's eternally gonna keep him down. Everything else he has is amazing. You can't fucking block him. You can't block him in sparking. You can't block him normally. All the shit that used to cost meter, because that used to be something that people are like, this is why he's not good, because all his shit is too expensive. Now it's half off. His level 3 is good. Like he's got really good stalling. He's like one of the better characters in the game at stalling. You may not have seen it. I don't think a lot of Trunks players do the shit, but he has actually really good stalling tactics compared to other characters. Basically, the only characters that are better at stalling than he is are like Majin Buu is tied with him, Zamasu is better, and like Gotenks. That's basically it. When I say stalling, I mean stalling with mobility too, not some shit like doing key blasts with Broly over and over. It's like stalling with mobility in like a really safe way. Trunks is actually amazing at it, but despite that, like JS, 5S, CTF, really hard to hit confirm, so be like that. Ssj Vegeta, the Eternal. I still think he's really good. I mean, it is S tier, right? So he is in a really good spot. Good mix if you have it available. Really good key blasts. Now, his big issue is that there's too much anti-key blast shit in the fucking game. That's his biggest issue at this point. Like, he hasn't really been changed a lot, and it's not like they've been nerfing him or anything. Like, he's still got good defense. He's still hard to catch. His A assist is still really good. You got B assist if you don't like key blast assist, so you got stuff to use for him. And he hasn't really changed that much. It really is. There's just too much anti-key blast shit. Gotenks is back in the game. Broly is out here. 21 moves around it really well. There's a lot of characters who have either anti-key blast stuff. There's characters that have 2-for-1s, like the Piccolo assist, various Jiren buffs. Roshi exists. Like, there's so much shit. I mean, UI exists. Like, there's so much shit that just fucking beats key blasts now compared to before. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's his biggest issue. Is it's actually nothing wrong with him. It's just where the game has gone. He got power crept OD. Like basically. So even though while I feel like he's really strong, and if you play him, you can like do all the shit he's always been able to do. It's just like sometimes, like especially because Anchor Ssj Vegeta is the most common time you'll see him play. Like if you're playing against like let's say I'll use my team as a lazy example, but like let's say you kill Gotenks. Let's say kill Gotenks, but you're on your Ssj Vegeta. I have Roshi Broly. Both those characters have multiple anti-key blast tools. Between like Roshi just existing, Broly key blast, barrier, the fucking various armor moves all beat key blast too. Like he just has so much shit that fucking beats key blast. So my dude's struggling in that regard, and I don't really know what they would do about that besides give him a fucking new move. Like I don't know. Then we have Tien, Lord Tien. Pretty good character. They did a lot of stuff with how much HP he uses. He does mad damage. Every time he does a jump in, he gets a 50-50. That's amazing. Chatsu, he can create his own plus frames. He's got good assists. The buff to Dodon Ray is really nice as well. He is basically, so his real issue now, because I think if you don't play Tien, I feel like you might say that Tien's not good, but not be able to tell people why. Now, his real issue, his true issue is two things. One is people can fuck his match flow. That's one. So Tien is generally played in the back as support to shit out damage and for like comebacks. He's an anchor, right? Now, if someone chooses to snap him in early, they can fuck your match flow and do damage early, even if they don't kill him. It's not even about killing him. It's just about giving him HP. HP is such an important resource for Tien that him having less HP affects the rest of the game for the person playing Tien. It's a really big thing. I think in like a tournament context, like if I had to play like someone else who's really good against Tien, and I'm saying it like this because it's been done to me. This is the probably like the major factor of me versus the kill stage from nationals that I prepared for, but I didn't get to implement. Where he bought in Broly early and fucked my match flow up. Bad. Like he fucked my match flow up bad, and I didn't get to bring in Gotenks quickly again to like fix the game. So I think Tien has this same issue. The other issue is that I think his solo neutral is actually quite difficult because he doesn't have multi-key blasts. That's probably like the biggest one. So he has to commit pretty hard to like what he wants to do. Despite having good mediums and stuff, he's got a good 2M, good 5M, great JM. He has to commit way harder in neutral than other common anchors in the game. Okay. Genemba. Genem beats. Good character. Good character, great 4-frame, fucking amazing 4-frame. It's like one of the main things I would think about him. Key Blast, also anti-meta with the anti-beam move, anti-projectile move, I should say. That makes him like super plus. You have to practice against that in order to like get around that. He's got good knockdown and good neutral control as well. Especially when he has the orb out, he has some unique stuff. This is a character that and he has the good level 3. He's got pretty good mix if you have the right team build. This is a character that I legit think he is just held back by people not playing him. I actually think he's probably S+, probably, but not enough people work on him. I basically have thought that since he's come out, that he's probably better than this, but not enough people play him to show push the character potential. So this is where I think he is based on how what I've seen and what I played against. But do I think there's more? Probably, and if more people are working on it, we'd probably see more. We've virtually seen no offline playing with Genemba since his buff. I played Alucard recently, but again, that's one player. I played Alucard. His Genemba's great. I'm not his good Genemba's. He's a really good Genemba player. He's definitely one of the standout Genemba players. It's one player. It's just not a lot of people play him. Just be like that. S Broly. So couple of things to address S Broly. So one, his buttons themselves are really good. 2L, 5L, jump L, JM, JH even, all really good. Ground key blast, pretty decent. Okay, so we just get that out of the way. So the first thing that people say is, why do you have him S tier? His frame data sucks. It doesn't matter. One delay this game has huge delay cancel windows, so he can mess with mashing, vanish, blah blah blah. He can do a guard cancel fine also. Two, the guessing games is the reason why they make characters like S Broly and Android 16 not have good frame data is because they want the guessing game to be really fucking forced. And we're actually going to revisit this frame data discussion later, by the way. But they want the guessing game to be really forced. And S Broly does too much damage when he grabs you. S Broly does too much damage. Damage, meter gain. He's got the option select command grab basically. You can fuck with the tracking a little bit, by the way. It's not perfect, but it's still pretty fucking good. Him having a normal that goes that high with relatively low commit is also really good, especially if you're OSing your 2Ls in this game, sorry. That's really good. His actual weakness, his actual big weakness, is that he can't whiff half of his moves without dying, which is a big deal. So he's got some moves that he can use that are pretty low commit and stuff, but he's got some moves like 5L. 5L is 10 frames. You whiff that shit, you're dead. JS, if you whiff that shit, you're dead. Eraser Below, if you whiff that shit, you're dead unless you have an assist. There's a bunch of moves that if he whiffs, he fucking dies. Also, by the way, his B assist is really good, and if you're struggling without GTA, that's an option as well. But yeah, especially if you're somebody who really struggles against him, it's probably because you're letting your opponent do shit that's technically really unsafe, but you don't know it's unsafe because if you play Broly, you have to play him like it's Broly. You know what I mean? You gotta channel the super Broly energy when you play him, right? But yeah, that's I think that's his real issue, is that when he whiffs shit, he dies. Besides a couple moves, so he can't use a lot of moves very liberally, and especially depending on where you feel like playing him. So as a side note, team role wise, I feel like he's very similar to Broly, where Z Broly, where you play him in the anchor slot, but you actually want to play him earlier with assists because it's much easier to play him with assists than without. because you have assist support to cover the fucking recovery issue that he has, which is nice. Okay, Bardock, Lord Bardock, the father of Goku. How the mighty have fallen as well. This game is actually not Dragon Ball FighterZ. This game is Bardock FighterZ. This game is Bardock. Every character is based off Bardock and Ssj Goku, basically. Still has a 10 frame lariat. Still got the 18 frame full screen travel move. He has a key blast for whatever fucking reason. Air level 3. You know, he's got all this shit. They've taken out a ton of his mix. That's basically why people don't play him. Like, they took out a ton of his mix, and then there are characters with mix that are better than him. Especially if you talk about like base Vegeta, for example, right? Like base Vegeta is Bardock with worse normals. Basically, that's it. Like Bardock, worse normals, better level 3. That's it. That's basically base Vegeta in a nutshell. So that's why people don't play Bardock. Once they nerfed the B assist, especially, that was it for him, which is sad because he's actually a pretty fun character, despite him being so simple. But hey, he's had his time. He had 2 seasons. Honestly, he's fine. He could take a rest too. If adult Gohan has to take a break, then Bardock has to take a break. Then we have GT Goku, another How the Mighty Have Fallen. From basically the second best character in the game to, I mean, S tier, but you know, he's being grouped with characters like Tien. Like, never thought we'd say today, right? The biggest thing is the nerf to his A assist, man. Like, that was like the last straw. Like GT Goku was actually some kid bullshit where, like, despite them continuously nerfing him, people refused to give up on GT Goku, mostly because the A assist was so strong. We really saw it in nationals. Yeah, we really saw it in nationals where, like, Japan nationals, like, they used them like crazy compared to every other region, and they were just like, all right, fuck it. All right, fuck it. That's it. So that was the last nail. So he's still, again, like, pretty mobile. His best thing has always been mobility. Staggers. His stagger game's really good. He has solo mix. He no longer can do mix with all assists like in season 2, but you know, he's not bad at doing mix-ups. His damage output is really high as well. But again, like, he already was like lower than before, but with the A assist nerf, like, that was the last nail in the coffin. They really want to try to get people to use that B assist. His C assist is a fucking meme. If anybody has like some argument of how that assist can be good, let me know. Because that assist, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fucking meme assist on some real shit. Okay, we move to Ginyu. So Ginyu is the S tier for Ginyu is for Snowball. If Ginyu gets to play, the game gets out of control. Really common right now. A really common thing right now is people playing characters like Ginyu mid and getting the hit with the point character, then bringing like Ginyu in for the Oki and then just killing you. Ginyu, they've turned him into a killing machine. So he still has like the neutral issue of he has a 2-step neutral. Like, he has his own assist in the Ginyu Force, but he has to manually do it. So characters like 21, Vegito, Beerus, you know, all sorts of characters give him problems doing that. But his Oki is also good too, so if you can mitigate that by playing a good point with good neutral, then bring Ginyu in, then it's all good. On top of that too, because of all the buffs to combos and shit they've given to him over time, if you're playing him optimally, you should always get Guldo Shout Raccoon Beam Oki, which is the best Oki he has by far. I would probably put Meteor second best, but the 1-1, the 1-1, the Guldo Shout Raccoon Beam is the best thing. Best thing, for sure. So when that shit starts, he really makes the game go out of control, and he also has the backup plan of body swap, which is easier than it's ever been as well. So he is good. The way I'd probably describe him is volatile. Is probably the best way to describe him. We continue to the S+, tier, okay? And we start with Lord Cell. Cell's back. Okay. What's good about Cell this version? So, really, it's that fucking level 3, man. That shit is his level 3 is degen as fuck. Like on some real shit, his level 3 is super degen. If he is point, he fucking hits you. He's gonna 2-touch you if he hits you again. If he gets to three bars, he's gonna do it. He can bait Spark really well. So there's like that layered 50-50. Is he gonna bait your Spark? And then is he gonna actually 50-50 you? Right? There's that issue. Then if you hit the Cell first, he fucking sparks you. If he hits you, guess what? It's Spark. He gets double meter. He's gonna level 3 you anyway because he always puts you in the corner. And the same issue happens if you spark first and he sparks you back. You're fucking done. Oh my god, it's pain. It's tough. It's tough. Also, he's able to do mix for half off. You know, half a bar for a lot of characters. Big buttons, really good staggers. Great assist. A assist is really good as well. So overall, I think he's like super solid. Low key degen type character because that shit. The point war against Cell is super stressful. Not gonna lie. Then we have a Blue Vegeta, which I think I might have put him at S- last time. My opinion of him has gone up over time. I think his neutral is really good. I think also that the guessing game he has with his Rekka is really good. It's a pretty common theme in this game, that type of guessing game. And if he makes you respect it, he's really strong. And his return for his return for being right is really high. So if you block the Rekka, then he gets 50-50. If he baits you, Key Blast or something, he's gonna get M starter. He does a lot of damage, always puts you in the corner. He's got some pretty interesting anti-Key Blast tools. His level 3 is good. He's got a lot of little tricks. I think he's in a pretty good spot. He covers angles that are like really nice. I think he's in a pretty good spot in the game. Some people think he's stronger than that. I think him being in this group already basically is like, you know, he's a tournament character. Like he's like a legitimate tournament character. And by the way, side note, like the characters in like S and A, the characters in S are tournament characters, but they definitely need solid support for tournaments. The characters in A can be played in tournament, but they literally need top tier support if you want the team to be stable. Once you get to like S plus and top, you can basically like mix and match, and even if you don't make like a good technical theory team with the S plus and top, it will still probably be just on the nature of like those characters are that good type of thing. Okay, we move. Krillin. So Krillin, one of the best assists in the game. Gotta get that out of the way. Mix amazing in various ways. His level 3 is mad good. There's a lot of like tricks of like ways you can vary the frame data, ways you can vary what you can see, what you can't see, stuff like that. He can take his own turns. He has his own plus frames. He can heal characters without using Spark, which is a big deal. He does have two major flaws though. Two major flaws despite so one, me ranking him this high shows how strong the strengths are, but the weaknesses are important. So one is that he also is very committal, like Tien. His neutral is pretty committal, and two, he's got baby buttons. Even though they buffed some of his buttons, like his like 5M, 5H and stuff, I think overall he's got some baby buttons still. So yeah, but I think he's a really good character right now. Still interesting character too. One thing about him is that people who play him tend to focus so hard on mix, like they build mix teams with him. So like they do shit like Gotenks Krillin, or like what's another one I see? Like people do Beerus Krillin and shit, which I find pretty interesting. I wonder what like a more balanced style would be like with him, like how strong that would be. That's something I always think about. Anyway, Kevlar issues. No, let's start with good points. Multi-hitting normals is always amazing. So her LL and her 5M, amazing. Like amazing. Without good frame data, can't guard cancel. Her staggers are amazing because of that. She makes her own plus frames. She's got good key blasts, good fast traveling low lariat, good neutral in general too. Her 4 frame is like decent. I want to say decent. So like the good thing is like it gets you the fuck out one. But like you can OS it, so it's like it's not easy to use as a neutral tool, like a neutral structure tool. It's actually a really good tool also. She got a great angle on her JS as well. That's all good stuff. She can make her own bus frames, things like that. With her 236H, which is like half off. She has a beam length assist that's really good. She doesn't really, in my head, doesn't really have any blatant weaknesses, which might sound weird. She doesn't have like any blatant weaknesses. Like the only thing I could say that's like outright not great about her is her level 3 is not good as a defensive option. Like it's good as like a full screen, like, oh, you did this, fuck you type of thing. But like since it's the slowest level 3 in the game off the top of my head, it's relatively easy to OS, so that's kind of tough. That's basically her only flaw, really. The main thing for her is that the characters in the tier above her just do more shit, honestly. She's like close to basically one of the best standard characters. Is basically one of the best standard characters in the game. Another thing that I feel like is probably difficult about, not probably, that is difficult about her is since she is a beam like, so I think I mentioned this about another character, but since she's a beam like, when she's, I think I said this about Cooler actually similarly, like since she's a beam like, it's probable that you might have to play her last. If you play her last, it can be hard to hit people, which is a big deal. Without doing like gimmicks, you know, it could be hard to hit people. But besides that, really, she's a really stable, you know, standard character, girl, Supergirl Bardock, essentially. Okay, let's go to my man Roshi, my boy. You guys all asked for him, and none of you play him. Master Roshi himself. And then you guys all told me, don't fucking play that nigga, right? Don't play him. Play UI. I played him. Did my best. Kazunoko won with UI Roshi. They nerfed Roshi. Told me to drop him again. Still didn't drop him. It's a good ass character, bro. Good ass character right there, my friends. Good ass character. Good 4-frame. Dummy DP. Good mobility. Makes his own plus frames. Dummy in sparking. Always 2 touches you. Level dos. You know what I'm saying? He's got so much good shit. So let's talk about his actual issues. So his actual issues, okay? So one is that he's relatively committal compared to other characters. So a lot of his moves that you want to use, like for example, he doesn't have a full screen ki blast, right? On the ground. Doesn't have a full screen ki blast. So he has the 5S, so he's got the same thing as the enemy. He's got the 5S, you gotta kind of pull up for that. Or you gotta do beam or something, or you gotta run at them, or you gotta do 236H. That shit is kind of rough to do. Generally in Dragon Ball, we like low commit, he's gotta commit there. 2 is matchup. So his matchups are kind of polarizing. There are some characters that because of this thing, he has a really big problem fighting. 3, when he's above characters, that sucks. When he's above characters, he is he really fucking struggles, I think. It's hard for him to go to the ground, from the air to the ground, generally. He has 2S, so 2S is really good, and it's special cancelable on landing. So he can, so one thing you could do with him, especially if you're not too high up in the air, is you could do 2S and you could buffer his 4-frame, and if anyone comes near you, you could do the 4-frame, which is nice. But that was like they must have realized that he's really weak when he is above characters in general. So that's basically like the only thing you can do. If you don't have assist, it's tough. Compared to other characters that you might play last, he actually can open you up reasonably well solo, but yeah, you gotta take some risk with him. But yeah, he's a super good character, and he's got like one of the best assists in the game. That Roshi B assist, despite the nerf, is still one of the best assists in the game. Basically like tied with beams in my opinion, because I think beams are fucking ridiculous. That B assist is fucking ridiculous. You guys see me every Dragon Ball stream when I play online, or when I play offline with like Noon and shit, you see me mash on that assist, and it fucking saves me. It solves all my problems with the game, because I am not brave enough to hit people who do delayed knockdown. I am not good at scrambles. It solves all my problems. I fucking love you, Master Roshi. I did not know I would love that character that much. Okay, we move on. Majin Buu. How long have I been doing this? Been through, oh fuck. we gotta. Okay, so Majin Buu. Mixed machine. Really good neutral structures, especially when he's got neutral assist to help him out. Mad obnoxious. Good mix still. Pretty mobile. He's the floatiest character in the game. He's like one of the only characters in the game that has unique movement properties on his universal movement. Everything going to fat throw is like kind of ridiculous. His 50/50s are good. Damage output's like pretty good. C assist is amazing. C assist is amazing. Like basically, it's like him and Ssj Vegeta C, and I'm probably forgetting a couple, but like he has like one of the really good air tracking C assists. One of my things about him is I just think he's a hard ass character to play in tournament. Like he's just like a not that stable character to play in tournament. That's actually the main reason why I dropped him in season 2, is I'm just like, this shit is not stable for tournaments. But like besides that, like quite honestly, with a good shell, this character is fucking obnoxious. Like, and the only thing really hurting people is just like, you know, he's just hard. It's just hard to do his best shit at this point. And then whiffing certain things is bad also. You don't want to like just be whiffing stuff. As you get to like higher levels of play, people are more woke to like what type of thing. Like doing an action and then trying to cover it with a vanish. Like the higher level players and highest level players of the game are really good at dealing with that. So things like doing, let's say, firing Ki Blast, someone super dashes at you, you vanish. Like people are good against that. So you like, there's some moves he has, like his J2H for example. Like if someone's super dashing at you, you vanish. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of rough to deal with. His damage is higher now, which is good. His meter game was always good. Like he's a super good character. Jiren, how Jiren is a story of started from the bottom for sure. He is the other UI. The other UI character where he can fucking mash a lot. And it's really fucking obnoxious. If you don't play a character that has good set play, then he's fucking obnoxious as shit. Really obnoxious. He's got a fast cross now, and since his JM is faster, more stable mid-screen combos, he does mad damage, his staggers are scary. His 5 heavy is, I want to say 26. Like, it's basically right there, like reactable, but like his staggers are good, so he can play that 20 frame game of like, hey, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna do. Good anti-airs, again, good defense. At this point, because of them nerfing a couple things about UI, his defense stands out. Even them nerfing stuff about UI and buffing stuff about him, his defense stands out a lot more. And he's also a rare example of a character at this range. It's not rare, actually. It's not rare. Of like super anti-meta projectile stuff, especially in his 214S, where you really have to lab that. And like, if for example, like in the US, he's not common, so most people are not ready for that. I think in EU they're more prepared for like his stuff than like we are. Like in my case, I've trained for it, but like he doesn't come up that much, so I don't get to try it in matches a lot. Okay, young Piccolo. The A assist is a meme. Jump L is a meme. His level 3 in the corner is a fucking meme. Oh my god, they keep. This is what happens when you actually downplay a character. So his level 3 in the corner is fucking stupid. His jail is fucking stupid. People legitimately said his assist was not good before, so they're like, how about a 2-4-1, right? He has the fucking cash out. You got the fucking cash out. His cash out ability is crazy. He does mad damage. His DR crush is fucking stupid, and he can just hit you. Like his DR crush is also something that could just hit you, and he's got the same side and cross option. Like, fuck this. Oh my god. So his biggest issue is that his full screen neutral is not stable, right? So he's used a lot as a support character. So generally it's about like, you play the point character, you have the Piccolo support plus another neutral assist or something, you win the point war, bring in Piccolo, you got 2 assists, party time, right? That's his main thing. It is definitely an issue, but it's not that big an issue. Let's be real. It's not a big deal. He's fucking good. He's fucking good. Android 17. So I've been gradually learning stuff over time about him, especially since like he has been quietly coming up in my, just very quietly coming up in my region. This character's fucking good and annoying. This character's fucking good and annoying. He's got one of like the most, especially if you're not ready for this. So like since his Rekka beats jumps, like head attacks, if you're not ready and have a structure for that, like you can't really jump liberally against him. Also, every time he jumps in on you, he gets 50-50 just like Tien. His damage is out of control. He has some combos where you're like, this is a fucking combo? Like, he does fucking... like how he has like JS full hit, super dash, mid screen. You're like, this is a fucking combo? Like, what? He is incredibly hard / not possible. I'm not gonna say not possible, but he's really hard to guard cancel. Good mix, great level 3. Can change the frame data on his level 3. He's come a long way. He's come a long way. A really long way. His A assist not as good as it used to be, but still really good. Great point character overall. Great point character. And his gambles, since he does so much damage, builds so much meter. His gambles, like even though he doesn't have good, himself doesn't have good defensive options, his challenges mean more than other characters because how much fucking meter he's gonna build, how much damage he's gonna do. So it's something to keep in mind. Then we have Lady 18 herself, a character that I should have played for a while. A character that I probably should have played. I mean, wait. I wanted to play her in season 1, and 2 days after I picked her up in season 1 while I was playing Ginyu 1816, they fucking nerfed her. Literally, it was literally 2 days. I was tight. So still a good character. Obviously good offense, unsealable command grab. A and B assist really good. anti-tag. Her knockdown, not only is her knockdown really strong, but she also has incredibly strong anti-tag options, and she has like a lot of like layered selections that she could do in that situation to really discourage you from doing that stuff. Combo damage and meter gain are really good. Her level 3 is still really good. So her biggest thing. So and by the way, again, it's somewhat mitigated by the fact that she has EX17 call, but I think her solo neutral is a little struggles, mostly from when she's airborne. She doesn't move horizontally very well. Like, she's better overall on the ground as a character than in the air. If you have problems against her, once you realize that, it'll probably help you out a lot. That's probably, in my head, the #1 issue with her. Her other issue comes, which is less, and it's not as bad as it used to be. I feel like it used to be worse for some reason, but I don't know what. This is just me saying shit that I feel like it's not as bad as before. I'm probably wrong. Her 5L is low, so you have to just watch out for that. So for example, like you're playing as Roshi, I'm fucking mashing a lot. I'm mashing 22H a lot because fuck her 5L, honestly, right? So she has that issue, but I think it's a minor issue compared to her not being so good in the air. So in the air, she's good at protecting herself. She's got air barrier, right? So it's not that she can't protect herself, it's that she can't threaten as well as other characters. Okay. Beerus, another character on the come up. So similarly to Genemba, actually, I think he can move up if more people play him. And more people develop him, I think he can move up. I actually do think he's pretty good. There's some aspects that I think is that people are not familiar with, but his strong points are still strong. And definitely his knockdown is amazing. His knockdown is really, really good. It's probably like one of his main standout things right now is his knockdown. He also has a really good level 1 for safe DHC. So his defense is pretty good. He's got a good DP. He's got good assist now. He's got really good solo offense. And like, so here's an example of like, I think he's probably the best example in the game of a character that if you're not, it's either him or baby. Like, if you're not fucking ready for the character, then you're gonna get mauled. Because he actually has a GG style pressure structure around his 236M and 236H, where he is going to do something to you that's very plus, where he can do like a 50-50 to you if you respect it. And if the defender doesn't know, they're definitely fucked. But if the defender knows how to deal with it, they kind of have to make the decision like blind-ish. Like, it's kind of hard to react to, and he can vary his pressure in a lot of ways. So it's a really strong thing in this game to have. So again, like, he's a character that I'm like from here, by the way, like from basically like, I mean, a lot of these S plus characters, by the way, are like one change away from being top tier or so, right? But he's a character that's really teetering on that edge for me. Okay. Then we have Blue Goku, the Goku of Wisdom. So so he still has a lot of his good stuff. He's very mobile, able to make his own plus frames, good command grab, great stagger game. Good mix-up game, especially depending on what you're playing with. Good damage, good meter, good level 3. Couple of things. I mean, honestly, like the main things for him is generally one, he's very Ki Blast reliant. Again, this is a point I brought up for Ssj Vegeta. A lot of characters are good against Ki Blast. He is also good against Ki Blast, by the way. It's not that he's not good against Ki Blast. It's that a lot of his full screen control tools are Ki Blasts. It's either Ki Blast or you're trying to teleport or something. So in that case, there's stuff in the game that's really popular that beats that stuff. That's a struggle for him. That's probably like the main struggle for him more than anything else. Like, I think he's a super good character. He's basically like, again, another one that's like right on that border. The other big thing for him is that there are characters that are better than him that do what he does better. That's probably the main reason you don't see him that much, in my opinion, anyway. Then we have the Gogeta of Power. So this character, I was really like, he might be like top 10. Like, I think he's really, really strong. His mid-range is amazing. I really value mid-range. The more I play this game, the more I value the mid-range game. He has amazing normals. He's got the enemy 5M, for example, auto combo good, and it has anti-air on the last hit, which is really good. He's very mobile. He has the extra movement option, which is really good for baiting assist. It's not about like the extra air dash. Of course, there's mix, right? So we don't have to talk about that. But the extra air dash, the real thing is how he avoids assist with it. That's the big thing, because there are spots where you would call an assist on any other character and it would probably work, but it will not work on him because he's got the extra movement option, which is really important. The main things for me for him is that there's like heads up stuff, like because he doesn't have a full screen key blast or projectile of any kind. So there's heads up, the 1v1. That's a little bit of a struggle for him. But that shouldn't even happen that much. His assists are kind of like meh too, besides his B assists. So for me, with him, you play him point, and like he is a really stressful point character and like really degen point character because he could 2-touch you basically without assists. His DP spark means more, is like it's basically the best DP spark. Like if he DP sparks you with 2 assists, he's gonna get the fucking the level 7 is on deck immediately. If he kills your first character and doesn't have level 7, gets on the second character, then it's like lol, like I'm just gonna fucking jab and kill you. Like it's super stressful, and it's not like he doesn't have mix, as we mentioned before, right? He also, despite not having projectiles, like especially full screen stuff, he does have the lariat that goes through projectiles. That is really high return. He's got the 4 frame as well that he has. And I'm forgetting something important that I like about him. Pain. I fucking forget. Yeah, but overall, okay, yeah. So like the thing about him is just like I feel like they really shoehorned him to be played in one slot, basically. Not very flexible. Not very flexible is the thing. Okay, and we go to Baby. So Baby, one of the really strong assists in the game, with the Baby B, right? Amazing neutral game. His key blasts are good. His key blasts are like mildly degen, so like when he whiffs, so there's a bunch of moves where if the key blast whiffs, it comes back. There's a couple moves where the key blast just comes back no matter what. He does mad damage with mad meter. Has a really annoying level 3. The monkey level 3 is annoying to deal with. His corner mix is really good. This character is super solid. Again, he has the very minor problem of just a lot of people have like anti key blast stuff. That's in my head. That's literally it. I remember I got mauled by him for like I got mauled by this dude for like a couple of days. I was like, fuck, dude, what the fuck do you do? He goes ham. He's also like surprisingly mobile, which I think is an important thing about him too. The mobility really helps the neutral because he has good key blasts. But if it wasn't for the mobility, the only thing you'd have to look for is the 4 frame, right? The 2-1-4. But since he's also mobile, like the dive is extremely fast, you have to like especially if you pull up to mid range, you have to be like, especially if you're not playing like one of the stronger characters, you have to basically pick blindly: is he going to key blast, or do I wait for the fast dive, or is he gonna run at me? Which is pretty tough to deal with. And if you run away, he's gonna set up key blast. So it's like you have to do stuff about it. To me, he's like a super Ginyu. Like basically, he's like a super Ginyu. When people don't know how to play him, they play him with no fear, but like you can't. Like I'm just gonna super dash at you. But when you play someone who's really competent at the game, like it's pretty rough to play against if your characters or / team does not have tools to deal with what he does very well. Okay. You almost made it, fellas. 9 more. Okay, then we go to the top, the apex, the pinnacle. UI Goku. Okay, so wait. So first for top tier, this is like the only tier that's like, okay, so Zamasu's placement is a joke, by the way. It's a joke. It's not actually that. Like I don't think he's the worst character in the game. It's just there as a joke. But the top tier is like very loosely ordered, and it's grouped. Okay, so like I don't really think it's the best character in the game. I think there's just very minor gaps between those boxes, like extremely minor gaps between those boxes. That's all. And within the box, I don't think they're really ordered. There's like a little question mark where, like, you know, Team Gohan can actually be in the second box, but not the first. But he's just at the top of my mind when I was doing that. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put him here and just put the characters here fast. But anyway, let's continue. So UI, let's start with UI. So how the mighty have fallen. He went from top tier to top tier. Okay. So the big thing was that the defense changes that they made to him. So the 2-2 being just a jump move and not like a jump invincible move and not a DP, that is a major change. They changed it to 4 frame is a major change. The 2H change is also major. This is probably like the biggest And also the DR reversal being slower. Those are probably the biggest changes. But despite that, he's still like the same character, strong and stable. The AS is not being invincible anymore, straight up like they did to the enemy. That's how you know that they are the same character. I've been saying this for a mad long. You were cool when it was adult Gohan. It was super cool when Gohan did DP assist and it did a 50-50 to you. But when it was UI, you all cried about it. I don't know. And they did the same type of shit. I don't know what to say, bros. I don't just say this shit. But okay, so despite that, anyway, the assist is still really good. It has made him less centralized, so people still play him a lot, but it's not like 90% or whatever, or like 80% or whatever of the people who play the game play him. Now it's like, let's say, like, I don't know, 40%, 30%. I think he's still in a really good spot. It's just that now you don't have to play a set play character to fucking keep him down, basically. Okay. Then Vegito. This one, so if I was going to be honest, I think he's actually in the line between top tier and S+. Like, I'm still not quite, he's definitely top tier, but I put him there for the clout. I put him there for East Coast people to get mad at me, basically. This character is a fucking amazing character. He's so fucking good. And then, like, when you play him, and you guys have been watching me play him and learn him slowly on stream, right? Like, how can someone think he's not at least S+? Like, how? It is mind-blowing. He's got an anti-air grab. He's got 2-3 S, clears the screen. Totally clears the screen. One of the best assists in the game. Like, he's very hyper-mobile. Does mad damage. Good mix-up. And, like, it's not that hard to set up mix-ups with him. He's got jump baguettes. Like, he's got all this shit that's good. He's got big-ass air normals. He's got a bigger advantage than other characters. He's got all this shit that's mad good. He's got all this shit's mad good. Like, literally, like, the only issue in my mind that he has basically is, like, if you whiff 5L, you're in trouble because it just has more total duration than other 5Ls in game. That's it. He's got like a 4-frame. Like, come on, bro. Like, he's got all this shit. He's got mad shit. And his 4-frame is like, it's not like in the best group of 4-frames, but it's a pretty good fucking 4-frame. It's some real shit. It's a pretty good 4-frame. Like, I don't know what to say about him. Like, he's fucking good. I mean, I guess you can say he's a little greedy as a team member. Like, it's not easy to put him on a team. Like, you gotta do Vegito and base Goku. You gotta do Vegito and a tracking assist or something. But like, which is weird, because like the A assist helps everybody essentially, in neutral helps everybody. So I mean, I don't know, man. He's good. He's good. He's unblockable and sparking. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm playing him, I'm like, damn, dude, like, he's really fucking out here, bro. He's really out here. I don't know what to say. He's so good in heads up. Like, he's so good in heads up, man. Like, I don't know, man. Okay. Base Vegeta. So base Vegeta. So this one, probably in my region, this placement, like, not having him in like the top would probably be like the like hot take of the one of the big hot takes. But I've explained it a lot before. I really dislike his mid range and how committal he is in mid range. I think he's pretty good at everything else, you know. Like, he's really good full screen. He's very mobile. Does a lot of damage. Builds a lot of meter. Good corner carry. Great level 3. We all know the things he's good at. His AS is pretty good. His fucking mid range is fucking, I can't, dude. Like people play UI Goku, people play 21, people play Kid Buu, people play Broly, people play Team Gohan, people play Gotenks, people play Gogeta of Power. They play all these characters that have fucking enormous buttons, and then people are like, his 5M is a good move in neutral. Like, no. no. You have to rocket kick in that spot. You have to rocket kick. It's quite committal, and then he is in a mildly favorable, he's -5 with air options. He's -5 with air options, which is like not bad. If he doesn't have an assist though, like, it's like tough. You know what I mean? And I think like in heads up, he's pretty good heads up. It's just like you can't use the M kick that liberally. So the main thing is just his buttons are stubby. Like, that's his biggest thing. Besides that, I think everything else is really good. I mean, I wouldn't say he's not top tier. You know, that thing just bothers me. It bothered me so much that I dropped him. I just can't see him as like. Especially when people say he's the best character, like, I can't see it. I can't see it. I don't know. Okay, base Goku. Very quietly. He's like the most quiet top tier, I think. Because out of the characters we had so far, I mean, we know about UI and base Vegeta, and we know about Vegito, Lord Vegito, between EU. I'm yelling about him a lot. We know about 21. We know about Kid Buu. You know, all the other top tiers I talked about a lot. The base Goku is just like really quietly, like he's just quiet. Like he's just top tier, and no one gives a fuck that he's top tier. Very interesting. very interesting. Really solid. I mean, he's a Goku, right? So he's got the whole toolkit. He's got the great A assist. Really good A assist. It's probably like his main one for me. Really good at pressure, scary, lots of threat, high return, command grab, good 4-frame, decently mobile. Excuse me. I mean, honestly, for him, he's mildly committal. Like that's basically his only problem. Like that's basically it, right? That's it. His only issue is like and I say mildly, like he's not even that much. Like you'll see a lot, especially like at intermediate and like around like intermediate levels. Like people are just honestly they're just doing shit. Like that's actually the main reason why I don't play him is because I don't like just throwing stuff out. I'm not saying that you do just throw stuff out with him. It's just like, you know, his return is so high on stuff that like if you hit something, he does mad damage. Really solid anchor, really solid support, gives a lot of character mix. One of the only ways you can get IAD instant overheads right now. IAD JL instant overheads. So like really good character. Android 21. This is another character that in my region, me saying she's not the best is probably gonna be spicy. She's a really good character. Great normals. Great mid range. Good to very good neutral control. Like honestly, like very good neutral control. And her match flow is amazing. It's probably like the main thing. Her match flow is amazing, and the steals. Her best steals are on characters that are pretty common right now. That really helps her. So she's a really good character, and when she's buffed, she's fucking really obnoxious to play against. A lot of people, it's really uncommon to see people play point Android 21 like you used to. She's one of those. She's like a level 3 machine, and when her level 3 is in play, she not only has access to the plus 20, like the plus 20 orb, which can potentially, depending on what you're playing, set up even more mix-up. But then she has usually stronger neutral tools, stronger pressure, and all the steals are helpful too. All the steals are helpful as well. She's a really good character. That if you're looking for a beam like as also like she's a really good candidate for that. Then Kid Buu, he was nerfed from top 3 to top like 5 or 6. Oh no. Kid Buu does no damage. Oh no. This is the true eternal character, by the way. This character is the only character that has just always been top tier, and we're just cool with it. We just live with it. He is the only character that truly endures. From 2018 to 2021, this motherfucker's still top tier. Still got the stomp, still mixes, still gives characters mix. If you complain about mix-ups, you fucking play him. Easy. A really good neutral, really easy neutral. They all cry about him not doing damage, even though he still fucking does damage. They keep optimizing all his shit, despite crying about his nerfs. He's always gonna be top tier. They would literally have to cut this nigga's leg off, like on some real shit. Literally cut his, like, not let him do 2M and 5M anymore. That's the only way he's not top tier. My dude was nerfed to was top tier, and he got nerfed to top tier, and he got nerfed to top tier, then got nerfed to top tier. Like, he's eternal. Okay. Then we go to Broly. Broly. So amazing character, and I'm also incredibly surprised that, like, on some real shit, I'm really surprised a character like him is in the game, because I've talked about to death why I don't think he's the best character, even though I think he's top tier and incredibly strong. Which is the main thing is his return is inconsistent. That's why I play the match flow that I do. That's why I do the Gotenks, kill them Gotenks, bring in Broly. I got my 2 assists, so I maximize my opportunities to set up 2-touch and set up meter gain opportunities and things like that, because I understand that when I play him solo, even with the limit break buff, I'm not often going to get high return off stuff. When he is with assists, he's incredibly strong. When he's alone, he's also incredibly strong too. But again, the return is inconsistent, and he has to commit. Yeah, he has to commit to the mix. Like base Goku. Base Goku has the same issue as well. Like, you got to commit kind of hard to the mix. Yes, the grab has armor. yes, at higher levels, people are way better at. People do things like fuzzy jump, key blast, fuzzy super dash. They won't. If they pick mash, they pick instant mash, so they can break the armor. So like at this point, like while we all acknowledge that the armor is strong, the armor on the grabs is truly strong in combinations with assists. I think it's only at lower levels that the grab armor is like, oh my god, I mashed, so my arm I mashed and I lost. Because when you do delay mash, you'll lose the armor. When you do instant mash, you won't. And there's other tools that you can use to get around the grab armor, right? His other really good stuff. So of course his maximum cash out, like his cash out when he has a lot of meter, is like really good, really good. We've all seen it a lot. And his true, like the real thing that makes him top tier is how stable he makes neutral. How stable he makes neutral because of that fucking key blast, bro. He actually, like, on some low-key shit, he's not that... He's good in the air, but he's not great. There's a bunch of characters who are better than him when they jump. But when he's on the ground full screen, his ability to control the screen is basically unparalleled in the game. In a game where there's, like, again, this is Dragon Ball Flyers, not Dragon Ball Fighters, right? In a game like that, having that key blast and being able to aim it up is so fucking good. It's so good. And then the responses by character are either hyper committal, like you have to fucking get to mid screen and try to super dash, or you need to use like some special movement option. Like it's really hard to deal with. So despite the return not being high, the threat and how hard the opponent has to commit makes that shit ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's actually one of the main reasons I don't play 21 with Gotenks Roshi is that thing. Like how stable his neutral is compared to hers on my team, by the way. Because her neutral is really stable too, by the way. But I'm saying from my perspective on my team. Like I mean, like it's just easily the best thing about him is that. And then just to put the cherry on top, he's got a fucking anti-projectile move. The 4th frame is actually necessary, and at high level, people have good responses to it. People have pretty good responses to it, good OSs and shit by this time. His 4th frame is punishable, too, on top of that, and he has slow buttons. His jab is 7 frames, not 6. So he needs something like that to like get out. And it's punishable, so I think it's fine. But the real cherry on top to all this shit is he fucking has a move that beats all projectiles also. Which is like... okay game. So yeah, a really fucking good character. But I do want people to understand that, like, especially if you're really going to order, like, the tiers, like honestly, the best character in the game is probably Gotenks, if I was going to say there was a best character. But I actually think Gotenks and Broly are like the same level. And I could move that box down. I could move it down to 21, maybe, by the way. Thinking about it a little more, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Teen Gohan. Okay. Teen Gohan, my boy. Okay. So, what's good about him? Mobile, great air key blast, mad damage, mad meter gain. Still, all this shit still good. Still's got the really good offense. Still has the dual layer with 50-50 that we all love into death. Still has the invincible assist. Really good at bringing people from the air to the ground. Really good synergy for a lot of characters. The fucking auto combo is still even though now people's compared to season 2, people's air mobility is still really good. I mean better against it. It's still peak, still really good. Unlike base Vegeta, his medium kick is fucking safe at the range you want to use it at, which is really nice. He can kill you trivially. I don't know. He's good. He's good as fuck. I don't know. I still think he's super amazing. His level 3 is pretty good. Good layered offense as well. Interesting neutral structures at high level. Like, I think he's really good. If there was anything I was going to say that's not good about him is that he's not that mobile in the air. So, like, he does have legs. And he does have car legs. His car legs is really good. I just thought it was hard. I just think it's pretty hard to do, to perform perfectly. There's something else that I don't... Oh, no beam also is another one. But his Ki Blast is in the fastest group. His Ki Blast is as fast as Broly's Ki Blast. It's in the fastest group of general Ki Blast. So, like, I just think he's super amazing, super solid, has everything, you know. Yeah, if someone got Kara legs down, my dude would be fucking moving. By the way, just as a side note, he'd be fucking moving. So it's not like Broly, where Broly just is not mobile in the air. He is mobile in the air. It's just fucking hard as shit to do. It's hard as shit to do. And the last character, my new best friend, plural, because it's diffusion, Gotenks. Gotenks is always low key, and then they gave him rejumps, and the rejump is probably the biggest thing, the biggest thing why he's here, because it does a few things. Because he had all this shit before, but the issue was, he was less flexible and less threatening. So the tools were still strong, but it just took longer to kill than normal. With the rejump change now, he doesn't need assist to do a lot of to do assist level damage and build assist level meter. That's really big. And on top of that too, with Ghost, that makes his Ghost cash out ridiculous, and his ability to kill off things ridiculous, and his ability to like everything, not everything, but a lot of things he will hit you with, you will feel it. Not just because of the damage and the meter, but also the following situations because I have Ghosts. So, and again, in a game where knockdown is so volatile, having something as stable as Ghost and having way to get around a meter penalty, really good. Okay, I talked my ass off. Any questions? Whew, fucking 43 characters. Oh my god, take half the characters off the game, please. Holy shit, this takes too long. Any questions? This is basically how I feel. Don't forget that Zamasu is kind of a meme. There's some more specifics on characters I can go into over time. This was just a summary. Also, there's little things like, maybe it's not top 3, maybe it's actually like top 5. I could put Kid Buu and 21 in the same group as Broly, Teen Gohan, Gotenks, etc.